she. In the cities of Britain, the people go down into the shelters, and the nightly siege begins.
One night when Hansel and Gretel was in bed, the little boy John got up and sat in the keyhole and heard his mother and father say that he was going to get rid of the children because they had nothing to eat. When Hansel and Gretel had lost their way in the woods, John said, "Oh, look what I see. I see a sugar house. Come on and we'll run down to it."
For the children, sleepless nights, jarred nerves, comfortless surroundings. But scarcely had the air blitzkrieg started when a message came to British parents from the people of the overseas dominions. Send your children out to us. We'll see to it that they are safe and happy.
Well, after hearing that broadcast on the bollocks and we're in it together, spoken by that Canadian Mountie, I think it would be a good thing if we was to let the kiddies go there.
Well, would you like to go, Pat?
Yes, I'd like to go.
And what about you, Terry? Would you like to go?
Yes, Mummy, I could be a cowboy in Canada.
Within 3 weeks, the first groups of British children were on their way overseas, 1,500 of them bound for Canada. These were children whose homes lay in specially dangerous zones, children from the industrial north, from the naval bases of Dover and Portsmouth, from the dock areas of London. And before ever they started on their journey, Canada sent her High Commissioner, the Honorable Vincent Massey, to bid her war guests welcome to their new home. Milk and cookies to pass the time, and then the great adventure began. Behind them, they left an England girded for war, with the barrage balloons keeping their silent watch in the sky. Behind them, too, they left the English countryside, the quiet, rich fields that not even war can change. So they sailed away, most of them to safety, but some to death by enemy action. It was a great day when the first of the child refugee ships steamed into a Canadian port. 1,000 excited hands waved from the rails. 1,000 young voices yelled a greeting to Canada.
Now, children, here we are in Canada. So before you leave the ship, I want to ask you a couple of little questions. First of all, were you seasick during the voyage?
My name's Billy Bishop, and another thing, I come from Middlesbrough, and I'm 9 years old, and I think Canada's a good place, but not as good as good old Middlesbrough.
Why, George? What have you brought this gas mask to Canada for? Oh, I just brought it as a souvenir.
Then came the long-awaited moment when they first set foot on Canadian soil and began to discover the new world for themselves. The first person I saw when I landed, said Doreen Goodwin, was one of the Mounties about whom I had read so much. And then she asked, "But where is his horse?" And then there was the special train that carried the children to their new homes. Canadian trains, said 8-year-old John Yeoman, are bigger, faster, and more powerful than English trains, but rockier. And when they start, you hear a noise like an air raid alarm. Journeys end, and in homes all across Canada, they found a heartfelt welcome waiting for them. Everywhere we English children went, said one of them, there were new friends and kind people doing their best to make up for the absence of our parents. And so to bed, to sleep for the first time in months in quiet and safety. But there wasn't much sleep that first evening, for just outside the window was a fascinating sight. We spent the evening watching the lights, they said, those wonderful lights which we hadn't seen for a whole year. We felt very happy and hopeful. Back to school, but with new teachers and new lessons. And here's what some of our young guests think of our Canadian schools.
It was strange having boys in the classroom and a master to teach us instead of a woman. The boys seemed to be just like English schoolboys. Same tricks and same excuses. And they like talking and hate homework. There seem to be many more dates than in English history, even though Canada was discovered much later.
In my opinion, 5 hours a day is rather hard on the brain. Don't you think so, too?
But they soon discovered that there are some things in Canada to compensate even for 5 hours school a day.
No foods are rationed here. That makes a big difference. The first time I had corn on the cob, I didn't know how to eat it.
I'd never tasted a hot dog filled with sickly yellow mustard.
I'd never sucked up Coke through a colored straw.
The ice cream is bigger, better, and cheaper.
Just to see that they don't get indigestion, our clinics are watching their health. And our doctors report that these English children have gained on an average between 10 and 30 pounds in weight since they arrived. By Transatlantic radio, the children, both in Canada and the States, keep touch with their parents in far-off England.
They love you.
All right.
How do you like American food?
Oh, lovely.
You really do you?
Yes, but I've got out of the like of having ice cream. I hate it.
Hello, Rona. Hello, Rona.
Hello?
Hello, darling, and how are you?
All right.
Is Neville with you?
Yes, he's going to talk in a minute.
Oh, splendid. And darling?
Yes?
Eh? How are you all feeling?
Oh, okay.
Okay, that sounds a bit American to me. I say, you've been over there two months now, haven't you?
Sure.
And well, what do you think about it?
Jolly nice.
It's jolly nice, is it?
Now you have to say goodbye, Alan. Say it, old boy. You want to say goodbye to your mother and daddy?
Goodbye, Alan.
Bye. Goodbye, Dad.
Thanks,
Bye,
all.
Dad. Goodbye, Mommy. Goodbye,
Thanks.
Dad. Bye.
Now the Christmas holidays are here, and with them, the Canadian winter, to which our guests have so eagerly been looking forward. And perhaps the most exciting discovery that these children from Britain have yet made in this strange new world is that Christmas here in Canada is just the same as the Christmas that they have always known 3,000 miles away at home. Mothers of England, we Canadians speak to you from across the sea. We speak to you from the cities and the prairies and the mountains of the West. Your children are safe and happy in our wide land. Send us more of them, for we like them and they like us. We shall guard them well until your great fight is finished and you call them back to you again. In this service, we shall not fail you in your hour of trial.